This video is the installation video for Virginia Industrial Plastics Universal Flip Seat and Integrated Cargo Fence System. Today we're going to be installing our flip seat system on a Williamson flip seat frame. Williamson makes a wonderful flip seat frame that bolts seamlessly right up to your TXT, and I'm going to show you the steps that it takes to install our seat system on their frame. We're currently making flip systems for several seat frame systems. So this hardware is going to vary depending on which seat system and frame system you may have on your car and which brand car you're putting this on. But this is going to be the basic installation for a Williamson frame onto a TXT. When you get your system, it will be CNC'd with the mount holes where they need to be. So slide this out of the way. You can see the corresponding holes for the base of the cargo system. Now with this particular frame, the holes here in the frame will need to be added with a drill. So the tools that we're going to need for this installation are going to be a good drill with a good bit, drilling through the steel frame, a little 1/4 inch box end wrench, and I'll just use a crescent wrench. You could use socket, whatever you might have in your shop or at home. First thing you're going to want to do, set your seat in there, get it pushed all the way to the back of the frame, get everything squared up, and at this point, if you want to, you can go ahead and throw your flush mount carriage bolts right in. They line right up with the frame. By doing this, you ensure everything is right where it's going to need to be. With that last carriage bolt tightened, we're now mounted directly from the base to the frame. Now's the time you're going to need your drill so that we can drill out the frame to accept our integrated fence system and its hardware. So what you'll do now that you're all squared up and bolted onto the frame, you'll just take your drill and drill down through the existing hole that's here for you. You want to drill all the way through and all the way through the frame. Once you have that hole drilled all the way through the frame, you're ready to install the integrated cargo fence. You'll want to go ahead and set your fence into place. Take your hardware apart and feed your carriage bolt and spring down over the fence. Now you'll notice in the base we have a cutout. That cutout perfectly accepts your 1/4 nut. That'll go right in there to keep it from spinning. Also, the hole that you just drilled should be small enough, should be about a 3/16, so that when you thread this through, your carriage bolt actually will be threading through the nut and through the plastic all the way down through the metal frame. So with that in place, you just want to start tightening your carriage bolt down through the nut. And once you get into the plastic, it's going to start getting really hard to screw that through there. So what you'll do is grab your 1/4 inch wrench, pull your spring down out of the way, and grab the underside of that carriage bolt. That allows you to go ahead and tighten all the way through the plastic. Now once you've screwed your carriage nut and bolt all the way through the plastic and your metal frame, you're going to get down here and have about 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more exposed. You'll take your washer and your nylon locking nut and you'll thread that on from the bottom. Now to keep everything from spinning, go ahead and grab the top of your carriage bolt with your wrench. Grab your crescent wrench or your box end wrench or whatever you can get in here and finish tightening this down. Now once you have everything bolted up, you just check to make sure you've got proper tension. You can adjust this to get the tension that you're wanting, and you go ahead and just test this side of the fence. Take your latch, go ahead and unlock it, pick your fence up, and go ahead and tuck it away into its locking position. And flip your seat over, everything clears, everything fits perfect. You can open it back up, lock it back into place, And we'll go ahead and do the same thing with the next side. That pretty much completes the entire installation for the universal cargo system. And I'd like to thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can check us out on the web or give us a phone call.